Hi, and welcome to the TRU Library video on how to search effectively and efficiently using the ERIC database. This video will go over some of the ways in which to search ERIC, which is a vast and comprehensive educational research database. This video will cover the following topics. What is ERIC? What sort of materials does ERIC search? What are the differences between the free version of ERIC and the ERIC version on the library's website? How to find ERIC on the library's website, how to log into the library's version of ERIC from off-campus, some searching basics, and how to control your search using Boolean operators. It's a lot, so let's begin. What is the ERIC database? ERIC is considered to be the premier educational research database as it contains millions of resources and covers published education-related materials since 1966. ERIC, produced by the U.S. Department of Education, contains two large sets or categories of information: articles from education journals and documents, which include reports, book chapters, conference papers, bibliographies, and theses and dissertations. The free version of ERIC, which is available through a Google search, contains both of these large sets of information. However, there are some advantages to using the version of ERIC through the library's website. When you're using the library's paid version of ERIC, you gain access to more full-text content, meaning that you'll be able to read the entire journal article online, save your search results, generate formatted citations, and more. So where is the ERIC database on the library's website? To take full advantage of the enhanced content and services from the library's subscription of ERIC, you'll need to find it on the library's website. First, let's go to the library's website, which is www.tru.ca/library.html. From this page, you'll need to click on the tab labeled Indexes and Databases. So let's do that. And this brings up a list of databases alphabetically. The library has over 150 databases, so we need to categorize them this way. If we go to the letter E for ERIC and scroll down this page, we'll find the ERIC database listed at the bottom here. And when we click on the name of that database, we'll be brought to the search screen. It's important to note that when you're searching from off-campus, you will need to log into the database for the first time. You'll be using your TRU credentials, which is your student number, and your birth date, which is normally formatted the last 2 digits of your birth year, followed by your birth month, and then your birthday. I'm going to log in with my credentials, which will look quite a bit different than yours. And once I've logged into ERIC, I can see it looks quite a bit differently from the library's website. So when you're searching ERIC, you have to realize that you're searching a number of fields of information all at the same time. Most notably, you're searching the title of the article, the author or authors of an article, the source, which is what ERIC calls the name of the journal where the article was published. You're also searching the abstract of an article, which is the summary of what the article is about, and the descriptors. Think of these as words and phrases that describe what the article is about. So when you're searching all of these pieces of information all at once. So let's try a search. I'm interested in doing bilingualism, so I'm going to type in my general search term at the top of my page. And when I click on search, think of ERIC crawling through all those thousands of articles and bringing back a listing that matched my term. We can see that over 8,000 items all have the word bilingualism somewhere, either in the title, or in the abstract, or in the descriptors. Even if my last name happened to be bilingualism, my article will come up. So let's take a look at what we have in our results list. What's blue and underlined, that's the title of the item, because at this point right now I don't know if this is an article or a document. What we see next is the author of the article or the item, we still don't know what this is, followed by the source, Hispanic Journal of Behavioral Sciences. I have a pretty good guess that this is an article. I also see volume, number, the paging in which this article resides, and the fact that this article was published February 2016. What I see at the very, very end here in parentheses is an EJ and a number. That EJ means Eric Journal. So I for sure have a journal article, which is confirmed by this icon on the left. We call this information that we see on our screen the brief information. If you want to see a little bit more about this particular article, we can click on the title of it, and it gives me a full display information, including that abstract that we've also searched. Now, most searching is more complex than one or two keywords. There are ways to combine your words to produce searches that are focused and save yourself some time. The first thing you'll need to do is to take your topic and break it down to its key words and phrases. For my example, I'll be searching for information on how transformative learning and how it applies to adult women in a post-secondary environment. The first thing you'll want to do is to take your topic and break it into keywords or phrases. So for instance, in my topic here, the key phrases for my search are transformative learning. My second idea or concept is adult. My third concept is women. And my fourth concept is post-secondary. We're going to use Boolean operators to join our ideas together in a way that the database will understand quite well. The first Boolean operator that we're going to look at is the word and. And combines our search terms together, and it forces those terms to be together in every search that we conduct. And we can put and in between as many keywords or concepts as we want. If we go back to our search screen, let's take our key ideas of transformative learning, adult, women, and post-secondary, and let's join them with and to see how they work. You'll see we have the advanced search screen, which already has the word and in between each box. I'll remove our first search and put in transformative learning. Our second key concept was adult. Our third key concept was women. And we have a fourth, so we can certainly add a fourth concept to our search. And let's put in post-secondary. So let's try a search now and see if there are any articles or items in ERIC that have all four key ideas there. Oh boy, we came back with one. A situation like this is very real, where you have only one result coming back. This should really make you stop and think, what are the odds that only one article from thousands of journals over the nearly last 50 years have ever been published, that there's only one article? That isn't very likely. So there must be something with our keywords that we can manipulate to get better results. My recommendation is then to broaden our search term, and we'll be broadening our search terms by using the Boolean operator OR. Think of OR as giving you more results. OR is used to join similar ideas or synonyms. So for instance, in this chart up at the top, I've identified some synonyms for the word women. Women can also be described as being female or females. Let's add a couple of these synonyms to our search and see if we get better search results. So here in our line for women, we're going to join our terms with OR, and we'll say female or females. It's important to note that our databases search very literally, that female searches just for the word singular and females searches for the word pluralized. You do have to tell the database to search for both. So let's try this search and see if we have some better results. Still only a couple of search terms, or one result. So let's try using some more of our ORs. In this case, I'm going to add in some of these ideas that I have about higher education into our search. So down here it says post-secondary, I'm going to say or college, or university, or higher education. Let's see how that works. This massaging of your search terms is really normal, and it happens to everybody, including librarians. I can see now that I have 65 results. That's a little bit better. I noticed that also one of these articles, number 3 here, is talking about mature women. I've identified adult, but if I really wanted to be completely thorough, I would say or mature. That identifies students who are beyond the 18 to 22 category. Adding mature grabbed 2 more items for me. Now, if I was to scroll through these results, I can see number 5 here is looking at rural Australia. So perhaps rural is not a concept that I want to look at. Perhaps I'm only looking at those students who are in an urban setting. So there's a third Boolean operator that we can use, and that Boolean operator is called not. Not will exclude the word that comes after. So let's add in our search terms at the very, very top, we're going to add in another row, and in this case, we're going to say not rural. And that will then remove any instance where the word rural appears. When we only have 67 results, that's not too many. When you have hundreds of results, using that not can be quite powerful. Now from this search screen, we'll have a number of items that we'll be able to read easily on the screen, and some might need a little bit more work. Any item that says full text from Eric means that Eric, the free version of Eric, will support that article online, and we're providing a link to that full article right away. Other articles will have a link that says, where can I get this? Think of where can I get this as a bridge between you and the database where we get the article from. It's a link between you and the database or between you and the publisher. Let's find out where this article is. When I click on where can I get this, we're unfortunately given a slightly messy screen, so I'm just going to choose one at random to see if I can get the full text access to this particular article. This page that we end up on can look differently depending on the journal, the publisher, or the database. It's a good idea to become really savvy at finding that PDF link. Even though this is in French, I'm going to try to click on it to see if I get the article. And if I continue scrolling down, I can see that I have the full article on my screen right away, where I can save this to my computer and continue working. I'm going to close this tab and this tab and continue looking at some of the items on our screen. Any item that says request this through interlibrary loan means that the TRU Library at no time subscribed to the Journal of Adult and Continuing Education. What it does mean is that you can order this article through our library service, and we will find the fastest delivering library to scan the article and send it to your inbox. So we've covered a lot in this video. We now know how to find Eric, how to conduct a simple search, how to conduct an advanced search using AND, how to use OR effectively to broaden our search terms, and how to use NOT to eliminate search results. If you have any questions about using Eric from the library's website, don't hesitate to contact the library, and we're happy to help you. Thanks.